Good morning, students. As I have taught you in the lesson in the kingdom of fools, how the king and the minister both were fools in that kingdom, and one day when a thief broke into a rich merchant's house and the wall fell on his head and he died, his brother had gone to the king and he requested him to punish the merchant, and the merchant was arrested and brought before the king, and he said that his father had ordered to prepare ornaments to that gold smith, so he should not be punished, but the king said that he must be punished. Further story I am going to tell you, students. Now open all of you at page number 23, paragraph number 3. Open all. And he ordered a new stake to be made ready for the execution. Stake, a pointed wooden or metal pole. It is just like a spear on which a criminal is executed, punished. The king ordered to prepare the stake. As the servant sharpened the stake and got it ready for the final impaling of the criminal. Impaling, to run through. To run through is impaling. Impaling is to run through, to push. When stake was ready, it occurred to the minister that the rich merchant was somehow too thin to be properly executed on the stake, and appealed to the king. Requested. Appealed means requested. When the merchant was brought to be punished, he was too thin to be executed, and he was very thin, so the stake was not suitable for him. So he requested the king not to punish him, as he was not able to be punished. He appealed to the king's common sense. The king too worried about it, and the king was worried. What shall we do? He said, and suddenly it struck to him that all they needed to do was to find a man fat enough to feed the stake. The servants were immediately sent all over the town looking for a man who would feed the stake, and their eyes fell on the disciple who had fattened himself for months on bananas and rice and wheat and ghee. And the king ordered his servants to find out a fat man who might be suitable for that stake. And they at last found the disciple who did not follow the advice of his guru, and he stayed there for eating. So after eating ghee, banana, rice and wheat, he had been very fat. So the servants of the king arrested him for the punishment. See another. What have I done wrong? I am innocent, I am a sannyasi, he cried. And then the disciple was crying that he should not be punished, that he was a sannyasi. That may be true, but it is the royal decree. Decree means order. Right? Decree means order. But the servant said that it was the order of the king to arrest him. So they will arrest him. They said, royal decree that we should find a man fat enough to feed the stake, they said, and carried him to the place of execution. He remembered his wise guru's words. At that time, the disciple remembered the words of his guru that he had said earlier. These were the words. This is a city of fools, you do not know what they will do next. While he was waiting for death, he prayed to his guru in his heart, asking him to hear his cry wherever he was. The guru saw everything in a vision. He had magic powers. He could see far and he could see the future, as he could see the present and the past. He arrived at once to save his disciple who had got himself into such a scrape. Scrape means difficult situation. Scrape means difficult situation. Now the guru understood all things and he came that. He arrived at once to save his disciple who had got himself into such a scrape through love of food. As soon as he arrived, he scolded the disciple and told him something in a whisper. Then he went to the king and addressed him, O wisest of kings, who is greater, the guru or the disciple? Of course the guru, no doubt about it. Why do you ask? Then put me to the stake first, put my disciple to the death after me. Then the guru came and he requested the king to punish him at first, and after that his disciple should be punished. Then king was surprised and he was asking why he should be punished, what was mystery about it. When the disciple heard this, he understood and began to clamor. Clamor means shout. Clamor means shout. Now, when the Guru said that he should be punished first, his disciple cried. He was shouting, why you? He said that why Guru should be punished. But first of all, he was brought, so he should be punished. He said, me first, you brought me here, first put me to death, first not him. The Guru and the disciple now got into a fight about who should go first. The king was puzzled by this behavior. He asked the Guru, why do you want to die? We chose him because we needed a fight man for the state. Why are you requesting me that you should be punished? The king asked the Guru, why there is some mystery here? As a wise man you must make me understand. The king asked, will you promise to put me to death if I tell you? Asked the Guru. The king gave him his solemn word. Solemn word? Serious word. Grave word. Yes, I will punish you first if you are going to tell me the mystery, he said. Do you know why we want to die right now? The two of us. We have been all over the world, but we have never found a city like this or a king like you. That stake is the stake of the God of justice. It is new. It has never had a criminal on it. Whoever dies on it first will be reborn as the king of this country, and whoever goes next will be the future minister of this country. We are sick of our ascetic life. It would be nice to enjoy ourselves as king and minister for a while. Now keep your word, my lord, and put us to death. Me first remember this. Then the Guru disclosed this secret, and he told the king that he must be punished first because it was the stake of the God of justice, and so whosoever was going to be punished at first will be the king of that kingdom, and who will be punished next will be the minister of that kingdom. Listening to this, the king was surprised. The king was now thrown into deep thought. He did not want to lose the kingdom to someone else in the next round of life. He needed time, so he ordered the execution postponed to the next day and talked in secret with his minister. It is not right for us to give over the kingdom to the other in the next life. Let's go on the stake ourselves and we will be reborn as king and minister again. Holy men do not tell lies, he said, and the minister agreed. At last, the king postponed this matter. He did not punish them, and then he consulted his minister. At night, he held a meeting, and the king and the minister, they made a plan. The king made a plan that they should be punished, not the Guru and his disciple, and they wanted to become the king as well as the minister in the next life. So they decided this, and what happened then next day. So he told the executioners. Now the king had gone to the. Now the king told this one thing to the executioners, that we will send the criminals tonight. When the first man comes to you, put him to the death first, then do the same to the second man. Those are my orders. Do not make any mistake. The king ordered the executioners that when two criminals will come, and they should be punished. They should punish them one by one. That night the king and his minister went secretly to the prison, released the Guru and the disciple, disguised themselves as the two, and as arranged beforehand with loyal servants, were taken to the stake and promptly executed. Promptly means soon. Now the king, at night the king and his minister had gone to the prison, and they left. They released Guru and his disciple, and they had changed their dress, and they had worn the dress of Guru and disciple accordingly, and they went to the executioners, and they were punished. Students, in this way, the king and his minister both were executed, both were dead, both were punished, and they lost their lives, and the Guru and disciple both were safe. It was the mind, it was the trick of Guru, that Guru and the Guru had saved the life of his disciple, and because of his trick both king and his minister were dead. Further what happened, students, I will tell you tomorrow. You should write the difficult word meanings in your notebook, and further I will teach you tomorrow. Thank you.